Mhm. Going to watch Talk to Me, episode 4, Muslim and Feminist. Okay.
A woman coming, like for example, from their perspective, they're going to come and say, look, if they're not listening for an acid, which is haram in Islam anyway, if they're not going to listen to the one who's created them, what makes you think they're going to listen to a group of feminists? This is a question that somebody might want to ask. Let's tell the sisters, inshallah, let them say what they got to say. We're going to come to the brothers. So let's go to the sister in the middle here.
Yeah, I have a different point. My point is, I'm a feminist in my 20 years, and people are not listening.
Okay, so then I might come and say, you know what, sister, like just for example, if they're not listening to Islam, which is divine, what makes you or feminists here believe that a woman coming, like for example, from their perspective, they're going to come and say, look, if they're not listening for an acid, which is haram in Islam anyway, if they're not going to listen to the one who's created them, what makes you think they're going to listen to a group of feminists? This is a question that somebody might want to ask. Let's tell the sisters, inshallah, let them say what they got to say. We're going to come to the brothers. So let's go to the sister in the middle here.
Okay, so why would they listen to a feminist Muslim if they don't listen to what Allah says? Well, these are specific questions like, is it haram to throw acid in someone's face? Of course it's haram. Some ignorant people maybe don't know that. They think it's their right to harm women because they're men. So that's a really sick individual, I think. He's spiritually devoid or completely ignorant. But women, I think, if they have really personal and extreme kind of experiences to tell, maybe that would help open some people's eyes, you know.
I have a different point. My point is, I'm a feminist in my culture.
You're a feminist in your culture?
Yeah, because I believe in my culture. As a girl, I am undermined sometimes, but in my deen, I feel like Islam makes me a feminist. Islam empowers women anyway. Like when I become a mother, Jannah is under my feet. So I feel like as a Muslim, I'm protected. So I am a feminist.
So if Islam gives you that, sister, I'm just going. Then why do you need to call yourself a feminist? Why don't you just call yourself a Muslim? Like. Yeah. Somebody might make the question, like, okay, if Islam
I think
is
it's
giving
to
you
highlight the
something
fact that
I think it's the idea that
feminism can help.
even though it has lots of different sects, it's the idea that we are empowered. Don't forget us, we're females. Like, don't undermine us. I think that's why a lot of people say we are feminists in that way.
Okay,
I think so.
this sister here.
I agree with that.
Then we're going to come to this.
Yeah, so I agree with the sister with her point, because I feel that it's more or less like giving the voiceless a voice. So a lot of women, whether it's forced marriages, honor killings, and acid attacks, with reference to the sister, we definitely need like that kind of a platform where women can actually say that yes, we're feminist, we're Muslim, we're proud, and we're feminist as well, and obviously, you know, we're fighting for our rights.
Okay, I'm going to come to this. Okay,
I think it's important to notice as well that you have different types of feminists, which you pointed out. You have liberation feminists, you have equality feminists, and like there's one very famous feminist called Germaine Greer, and she is the feminist icon. You know, from the 70s. She's a second wave feminist, but she's a liberation feminist. So she said in her opening chapter of her very famous book, The Whole Woman, that liberation for women is not about asserting equality, but about asserting difference with dignity and prestige.
Okay.
And that's the point here. Because a lot of radical feminists, which I'm sure everyone disagrees with, will say that...
We're going to find out.
Well, generally speaking, they will sort of claim that there are no differences between the sexes. Very absurd claims like gender and sex are both social constructs.
Okay, all right. Before we come back to the sisters, some brothers put their hands up saying they're feminists, which I'm quite excited to hear about. I'm going to come to you, and brothers, those who put their hands up, can you put up again? Don't worry, I'm not going to pick on you. Yeah, I just want to know. I just want to know. I want to come to this brother in the corner, where you're coming from. So when you say, obviously you said, okay, what do you define as feminism? You call yourself a feminist Muslim. Why?
I wouldn't exactly say. Well, I agree with like honoring women. Like believe that they should be honored, they should be respected.
Definitely, Islam teaches that.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of aspects of feminism comes in line with that.
Okay.
And obviously there's like a fine line where I wouldn't say like aspects of feminism that go against Islam. I wouldn't agree like.
You wouldn't, so you're saying I would go with what's going with Islam?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but then why are you calling yourself feminist Muslim, Aki? Because the thing is, that's like me going to a Christian and saying, you know what, for example, there's Unitarian Christians and they believe in the oneness of God. So am I going to say I'm a Christian Muslim? Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not. So I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. You brothers, you put your hands up, yeah? There's no time to regret now. We're going to come to you guys, inshallah. What do you mean by you're a feminist Muslim? Like I'm trying to grasp this understanding, because the brother here is saying what goes with Islam is calm, you know, but it's
I'm trying to think of maybe a different example, like say if you're an auto parts or auto parts worker or whatever, factory worker, and you join a union. Does that make you're a member of a union, does that make you less of a Muslim because you want rights for auto factory workers? That's not really a comparison, I don't think. But I'm just trying to think of what would be a comparison. I can see what he's asking is a reasonable question. So it says no one needs feminism, people just need to learn the deen and practice it. Well, no one needs feminism except that women do need it, maybe, right? That's what the question is. Feminism is more than just saying that women should have the right to marry who they want. It's also posing the viewpoint that women and men should have the same rights of divorce, being political leaders, inheritance, dress code, which is what Islam doesn't advocate for. Okay, so that's his opinion, or her opinion. Introduced by a man and for men on the panel talking about equal rights for women. Ha ha ha, another Ali Dawah fail. So, did I comment here? So I wrote, saying men can't introduce the topic is sexist. I don't agree it's really wrong to call oneself a feminist today, but I don't think all feminists believe in the Western feminist model. Isn't it also generalizing to say that all Muslim feminists believe everything the same thing as Western feminists? It's about male-female politics, human rights, not dress or a sexual revolution anymore. To me anyway. I'm Muslim first. In fact, I don't call myself a feminist to oppose anything Islam, but to highlight injustices only. Maybe it's wrong, and I will someday drop it from my self-introduction if I think it's no longer needed. Or maybe when women get rights that they deserve. Someone says Ali is a terrible host. I don't think he's a terrible host. He's just asking questions that he wants to ask to, try to elicit some responses that might help us understand more about Muslim feminists.
Is this your point of view, or are you more of the extremist kind? Yes, I can hear you.
I never classified myself as a feminist, but what I would say is that in our sort of society, Islam and religion isn't necessarily taken to be like the highest sort of divine sort of ruling and things like that. And so we come to feminism in our society because people feel as though it's something that everyone sort of understands, it's rights for everyone. And so because of that, we're going to come to feminism rather than going to Islam, because people don't necessarily understand Islam, or people don't necessarily find Islam to be the most divine ruling, like in terms of Western society and Western culture. And so because of that, some Muslims will go to feminism instead of going to Islam, and I think that's where the main issue lies.
For example.
Okay, so he said he's not himself a feminist. He doesn't call himself that.
What was he saying? What was your last point?
Okay,
so basically, can't somebody come and say, okay, just because feminism is something that people are using now, Islam was sent for all mankind throughout the time. So are you saying just because feminism is being used now, we need to speak in their language and use that to push our agenda? Someone might come and disagree with that and be like, no, these two brothers, I'm sure you guys put your hands up, yeah?
Yeah, so I mean, even me, I was going to use the word agenda because I was trying to think of an appropriate word. You know, do we have this agenda of pushing for human rights for everyone?
One of you two, inshallah, if you can maybe,
Okay, so someone writes, I think Muhammad